I'm talking and the mic's muted. I'm good Lord. Welcome to Kickback with Cookie, everyone. I am Cookie, your host, and I have a great show for you guys today. I have two comedians. I have comedian Sean Sarvis, who is from the DMV where I'm from. So, it's a hometown person again. And I also have another comedian named Calvin Sledge, who is from Chicago, that will be joining in just a few minutes here. So um, I also, let me see if I can find Tracy. Okay. I don't know if she's in here yet, but um, I do want to wish Tracy Wingfeld a very, 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 very happy birthday today. I also want to wish my sponsor, Bello, a very, very, very happy birthday. So shout out to both of them. Happy birthday to you both. I love you both. I'm just excited that I almost really forgot that their birthdays were on the same day. It's not going to be hard to remember the next time. My stepmother's birthday was yesterday. So again, we have a great show for you. Before I start, I do want to say that next week I will have Black Whitson, who is the leader of Lit Band, and he is also an independent artist. He was an artist before he actually became the band in the Lit Band owner. And I'll have Justice Lamont. Now, um, Black Whitson Black Whitson is an independent artist, and so he's on the front line of a Lit Band. He's also the owner, but Justice Lamont is also a artist who also is a musician. He plays a guitar, and he has a live band that plays behind him as well. He's an R&B singer. Black Whitson is a rapper, and then on the 25th we have a very special show for you. We have comedian Eddie Bryant, who has been on Martin Lawrence's First Amendment stand up. He's been on Kevin Hart's um, comedy special. So he's done a lot. He was like nominated like the top 10 years, a couple years ago, on Comedy Central. He's done a lot. So Eddie B is pretty funny. Um, when the show starts. But anyway, sorry about that, you guys. Welcome in, everyone. Let me see who I see in the comments. I see my sister Trina. Bless up. I love you. Still keeping you in my prayers. And um, please tell his wife that I'm praying for her as well. And I love all you guys. I definitely am keeping you in my thoughts and prayers. All right. Let's see if we have, I don't know. Tracy, if you're in here, I'm gonna say it again. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Bello, happy birthday. So we're gonna move on. Again, Kickback with Cookie is sponsored by Bello Burn Hot Sauce. If you are interested in getting the hot sauce, I am going to put the um I don't know where it is now. Here it is. Okay. So the website is below here. It's going across the screen there. So if you wanna purchase some hot sauce, and believe me, it will hey, musical life. Bless up yourself. So thank you guys for joining again. Like I said, check out the my sponsor's hot sauce. It's delicious, and I actually made him a sponsor because I'm like addicted to the hot sauce. I buy like 4 bottles, and like I swear, the 2 days after I bought the hot sauce, one of the bottles was half full, and I sent him a screenshot. Like, look, he was like, "What are you doing? Drinking it?" I'm like, shh. It's that good. So if you like spicy, if you like hot sauce and you like flavorful hot sauce, go get you some. I promise you won't regret it. You'll thank me later. Um all right, no problem, sis. I'm trying to go back and forth. So my first guest is here today. I'm going to bring him on the stage and let him introduce himself and tell you where he's from. Give me 1 second here. All right. Let me bring him to the stage. Hey, Calvin.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Better now since I'm off work.
That's always a good thing. You believe me, I understand. I had to work today too, and I locked myself out the house today. So, and there's
You locked
nobody
yourself
home.
out the house.
I did, and I was so
How you
angry.
do that?
So because our sliding glass door has like the blinds are inside of the glass, and one side of the part that doesn't
Yeah.
open, the blinds got stuck, so we can't put them down. So we put like a big piece of plexiglass, what is it called, plywood.
Oh,
We put
okay.
that so that
Yeah,
nobody can
yeah.
see in at nighttime. So I tried to slide it out the way so I can take my
Black
recycle
folks
stuff
for you.
out. And when I slide it out the way,
That black
because it's
folk.
not
Look, I
sure,
do.
it fell right back into the little thing. So I'm trying to open the door. I'm like, oh my god, I had my phone, I had bare
hmm
feet on, I have a coat on, I had nothing on. So it was a time, but
But that's
I'm
good.
again.
At least nobody knows that you doing it though, because they're gonna be trying to do the same thing.
Listen,
Look,
no,
I've done it
well,
plenty of times.
well, they can't get in. They can't get in the door if it's locked. You know what I'm saying? And we have extra security there, and we got cameras and guns in this joint. Okay, so we don't have them
Oh
type of
wow.
problems.
Okay then. All right.
We
I
won't,
talk
we
your
won't,
stuff. Talk your stuff, man.
we won't
I
have
know
those
that's
type of
right.
problems around here. We don't have those type of problems. So, anyway,
Okay.
so
Okay.
let's get started. Can you please tell everybody who you are and where you're from?
Okay. My name is comedian Calvin Sledge. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama. I know I thought you said Austin, Texas, but actually I'm from Alabama though. So I
Oh,
am. I ain't been to Texas yet. That's one of my plane trips, so
I
I'm
thought
planning
I
on it
said
one day.
Chicago, right? You're from Chicago, right?
I've been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago. I did a show up there in Chicago on the west side.
Oh, okay.
It was like a party, like a 300, not 300 people up there, but it was a nice little trip though. And but that's one of the first times I've ever been to Chicago. That's where my father's from, actually. He's
Oh,
from
okay, okay.
Chicago.
So you said you're
Yeah.
from Alabama, but you live in Texas. That's what you're saying. That was all loud and wrong in my
Mm.
videos.
No, no, yeah, I don't live in Texas. I live in Alabama. Yeah, I live in
Okay.
Alabama though.
All right, all right.
Yeah, I'm down here in the South, getting that great weather down here.
Don't show off now. Don't
I don't
show
know
off.
what. I ain't trying to show off. I'm not trying to show. I'm just look. Only thing is, it's just the fact that like I don't know what to wear: shorts or long sleeves or pants or shorts. I don't know what to wear. It's so confusing.
Yeah, it's like that here
Like
too.
I,
It's
I
like
just, I just rather not wear nothing.
yeah, it's seven. It was 72 degrees here. It's like 67 now. So it was a nice day today. Like I got locked out on a pretty day, so I guess
I,
that's good.
oh wow, that's a good
So
thing though. That's a good thing.
yeah.
I mean,
So
it's a good and a bad thing. I don't know if that's a good. Yeah, at
it
least you
was
ain't break
good.
no windows.
No, but I wouldn't have broke a window. I do know two of the neighbors. I don't talk to anybody else, but I know two of the neighbors. I would have went to one of their houses and just called my brother who does have
Yeah,
a key. He just
'cause
doesn't know which key it
yeah,
is.
nah,
So,
I've done that before. I busted a couple of windows, broken a few doors just to get in the house though.
man, it's frustrating. I
What?
eventually got in, but
Well, the police got. I mean, look, the police got that. It was like, yes, I live here, officer.
he
Look, this is
said the
all my
police
stuff
got in.
right here. Yeah, the police. Yeah, the alarm was going off and everything. So they found out like, yeah, I live here. Yes, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Like, why are you breaking into your own house? I was like, look, sir, I locked myself out. I was rushing to get one of my kids. And stuff happens.
Oh
Stuff
wow.
happens.
Yeah, it does. It does. Like I said, like today. So let's get into your interview a little bit further. How did you get into comedy? What made you think I'm funny? I want to do this
Um.
professionally.
So funny story. I actually thought about doing comedy 20 years ago, and I told my ex that I was gonna do it, but she said I wasn't funny. I was like, wow, all right. So 20 years later, after two kids, but I actually was living in a hotel and stayed in a hotel, and two white guys was by the pool. So we all was out there swimming and stuff like that. And the one guy had a dog. Now the dog got in the pool. Now, no offense to everybody that got animals and everything like that, but dogs shed here too, just like cats. I don't want no fur getting in my mouth, so I went ahead and got him some water and I put him in there. And
Uh-oh.
he was
Uh-oh.
swimming and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm pretty funny too. You guys want me to tell the joke? I can tell the joke. I don't know if I'm in the joking mood today though. I don't think it'd be funny. Like I probably would say some bad stuff, some stuff cursing people out or something like that, and like people would just think it's funny, but I wouldn't be laughing. Okay, like I wasn't laughing when I was locked out the house today. I have a whole headache from that. Okay. But welcome in everyone. I don't know if Tracy is watching, but again, Tracy and Bello Burn, happy birthday. Let me bring him back. He's back here. All right.
Okay, I'm back.
No problem.
I'm back.
All right. All right.
See, that's what
So
happens. Yeah, that's what happened when you're in Alabama. I
y'all have
think one of them terrorists.
y'all wired off the KFC Wi-Fi over there.
Yeah, we watching that connect on that Canada on Wi-Fi. You know, they putting everything up 50% now. So I gotta pay my phone bill.
All right. So what is your writing process like? Do you have any rituals or routines or something that you do to come up with your content?
Only thing I actually do now I started actually writing my own material, but used to when I first started, I was trying to do freestyle, and a lot of people told me before you get on stage, you don't want to do anything to embarrass yourself. So um, what I do now, I actually write more about me. I just tell my life story. Like I don't have any. I may take notes like during my day. Like I don't know if I should tell this joke. I ran over 8 dogs in a different area, but they do have my picture in their area, and I mean it's a true story. But the thing about it is, like I said, I go every day, and I just take a little note. Like I almost ran over this lady, or this lady cut in front of me, and I cursed her out, or something like that. Um, or my truck cut off mid me doing the delivery, or I fell down somebody's heel, and that was embarrassing too. That was embarrassing. I know a lot of people got ring cameras and everything like that, so um, or me trying to jump over a fence trying to run from a dog. That was embarrassing too. Split my pants. That one, yeah, yeah, running and pulling hamstrings, trying to hurdle a fence at 40 years old. You know, bones get it's too much. You only do so much. You only can do
Right.
so much. But yeah, but before I do go on stage, I do pray. My mom passed 2 years ago. Well, going on three. But
My
I told
condolences.
her one day I was going to be on the stage. Thank you, thank you. Um, but I actually told her I wanted to be a comedian one day, and she said, I see you being funny. I see you being funny." But she told me three things: be there for my dad, be there for my kids, and stop chasing women. I said, "Do I have to like really stop chasing women? Is that a critical like is certain women? Can you describe when you say that because that was a hurtful thing when she told me that though. I almost cried. Like I didn't know, what to say about that. But
Mm.
but yeah, I just pray and I just ask for her to watch over me as I do my shows. And so far so good. And I'm actually hosting the show this Thursday, my first very show.
And where is that show going to be?
That will be in Birmingham. In Parks. It's called the name of it's Parkside on Fifth. It's in Avondale. Um, and that will be starting at 7 o'clock. I actually got a co-host. His name is Eugene Houston. He's been out doing comedy about 10 years, I think, longer than me. But that's gonna be my co-host. And
Okay.
I got some other shows coming up too this month.
So
But this
you,
it's a good thing though. It's actually a. I'm just trying to make it where I guess you can say try to do a little side job where I just be there for my kids. You know, just take care of them. That's my main goal.
I understand. So what do you do when you get like a writer's block? Like you can't think of anything funny to say, or you think you're just you do you just naturally come up with stuff? Like do you get writer's block, or like
It's
you just can't?
I don't have anything not to write about because it's like an everyday thing with me. I have something funny like going on in my mind all the time. I mean, especially from just getting up in the morning, trying to put on some socks, and now you got a hole, a big toe sticking out of it. Like now you got to throw those socks away or something like that, or me trying to put on a shirt that I tried on 2 years ago. Now it's tighter on me because I gained some weight, and I mean just something small, something that small, or um, I don't have a dull moment. Like it's I say my life is pretty. Every day is something new. And I just want to, express it, and people can relate to it. Something, I mean, just that's mostly it. Just something more, relatable to people, so they can relate to it too. And that's mostly all I write about. Everyday
Okay,
experiences.
okay, yeah, I definitely understand that. So what do you think is the most challenging aspect of being a comedian?
You say what?
What do you think the most challenging aspect is of being a comedian?
Uh, for me, the challenge, um, it's a couple of things actually. It's a couple of things. Actually, what to talk about because you don't know. You got to fill out your crowd. Also, what to talk. I mean, also what to talk about because as you're writing your material, like a lot. I mean, okay, from the DC Curry to everybody's different. Everybody's different. You have when Red Fox when he used to come on stage, he had nuns sitting out there in the audience. Um, and he was talking about the Catholic Church and everything. So everybody was like, "I don't know about this, I don't know about that," and some of them walked out and got up and left. But Eddie Murphy came on, and you got him, just different perspectives of it. But the thing is about me, I don't have raw material yet. I mean, that's what I'm building on, but my material is coming from me, my life experience, me growing up, from me getting my butt whooped in front of the classroom to me trying to sneak a green apple to one of my teachers because I liked her. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't. I, she didn't like green apples. She liked red apples.
Right.
I found that out. So this is
I'm sorry, y'all. I heard somebody upstairs. I'm like, wait a minute now. 'Cause I thought I was here alone. Okay. We're gonna wait for him to come back. I'm sure. So yeah, we're gonna wait for him to come back. And let me see who I see. Shout out Kel Camp. Oh my God. Hey Tree. What's up? Um Laylo. Hey Laylo. What's up? Hey guys. Welcome in everybody. I appreciate everybody joining. Again, I don't know if Tracy is, yeah, right. Musical life. I was like, wait a minute. I do know that I was there by myself, but I think it's probably my stepfather upstairs. So I don't know. I hope that it's him. I didn't go all the way upstairs because whoever it is doesn't care that they're making a lot of noise, and I know they hear me. So one thing's for sure is I'm good. So Um, anyways, I don't know who else is in here, but shout out to everybody that's joined through YouTube. It looks like I'm assuming that my auntie Barbara is in here. Shout out auntie if you're watching. I love you. Um, and again, what in the what is going on? And again, happy birthday to Bello Burn and Tracy Wingfield. I hope you guys are having an amazing day and you're enjoying your birthday, your given day. I don't know what's happening with him yet. Maybe can't get back in here, but so I'm gonna make some more announcements until he comes back. Kickback with Cookie is sponsored by Bello Burn Hot Sauce, and um, we have some. There he is. We have some amazing shows coming up in the coming weeks. So let me bring him back up here. There you go. You just listen. You gotta move
This
to
is crazy.
Popeyes or something. You gotta move to the
I know I'm
Popeyes.
about to move. Look, I can't move Popeye. Don't say Popeye now. We ain't moving to Popeye. I ain't gonna be able to be on the show. You gonna see my whole face over here greasing. Gonna be sitting up there wondering, can you talk? I can't talk. Especially when you put that butter biscuit in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, you know that's the one thing that I found out how you want to stop a dog from barking too.
Oh,
You get one
with
of the
the
butter biscuit from Popeyes.
that's
Want
true.
to start barking? Just bring one of the butter biscuits.
That's true. So, so how do you test new material?
How do I come up with new material?
No, how do you test it? Like,
That's a good
do you?
question. Um, oh, how do I test it? It's a lot of open mics that's opening up down here in Birmingham. So I try to test them out there and see what lands. Whatever doesn't land, I try to like when I write. 'Cause I have a lot of notes, and so I try to go off of what lands and what doesn't land. And a lot of people. One thing I found out, like the different races between the different races, everybody is different. You know, like the okay, white people they're different. You know, they're have their it's like you can just say anything funny. You know, like Donald Duck just ran down the street, people start busting out laughing. But black people, we come to something real. You know, like I just got chased by the police the other day, and we understand that. And like, what did you do when the police pulled you over and everything? But
Right.
it's that it's me doing new jokes. I test them out like different open mics. So whatever lands to that point where the crowd is actually laughing constantly. So I keep that and I can hold that little space. It may be 3 words. And what I try to do is build off of those 3 words and try to make it more, you know, more, I guess you can say it like, I'm sorry, this AC on right now. It's going to make me be hoarse in a minute. Uh, but
That not
yeah,
a
it's just it's yeah. I just try to test it out on new people, but that's also another thing too. I gotta find my crowd. 'Cause right
okay.
now I'm actually finding my crowd is like the older generation.
Okay.
Like
All right. So
you say anything about Cheryl Underwood to young people, they don't know.
yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah, she was actually. I'm gonna tell everybody that's watching that Cheryl Underwood was the first person that I ever interviewed. She's a celebrity, actually. She's a celebrity comedian, and she is on the show called The Talk every day on TV. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean a very dope
Right.
individual. She's a her humility is beyond belief, but she's very humble and she's very funny. So I just want to take a moment again.
Right.
I think
Right. Right.
Tracy just came in. Tracy, happy birthday! I hope you're enjoying your day, and happy birthday to Bello Burn too. I
Yeah.
just want
Happy birthday.
to
Yeah. Happy birthday.
so, all right. So, what do you think is the most rewarding aspect of you being a comedian?
Um, mostly I just want to take a I want to take that part more humble than anything. Um, I want to I don't want to be too. I try not to get too big. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. I don't want to. I don't want to try to outshine anybody. I mean, I say okay. I know I told myself a long time ago that I didn't want to when I did come and I first started, I didn't want to step on anybody's toes or anything doing this. But one thing about I've seen doing comedy, um, you know, doing this actually
Man, he don't even have the KFC Wi-Fi. He got Taco Bell Wi-Fi. Come on. He done dropped out and came back in another slide. Let me remove this one. Add this one.
okay.
All right now.
Before I go out again, these power lines down here.
It's yep, I see.
You hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, okay, okay. But no, actually, the rewarding part to me is just gaining more fans. You know, the more exposure, and that's really what I want. But like I said, I don't want to get too big to forget where I came from. So
Right.
I just don't want to be out there um, just doing jokes and stuff like that and get hit the big time and I forget my where I came from. I don't want to be that guy.
Right.
And I
Okay.
got people
Well,
now asking me like, when you get big, when you get up there, don't forget about me. So it's just like the support. You know, I
yep.
appreciate the support and everybody just keep on telling me, hey, keep going, keep going. Because I almost stopped. It was a night that I went to a bar and I told some jokes, nobody laughed. And that was my ears to like literally just stop. And somebody came up to me and was like, yeah, comedy is hard. Comedy is hard. You know, so I just don't want to be like some people and say, yeah, my name this right here, and I got a son named the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not a joke, though. Dude. I ain't gonna say no
Right.
names on stage, though.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just gaining fans and the respect of fans. And people tell me just keep going,
As you should.
especially
All
my
right. So
kids. That's what
right.
drives me even more.
That's always going to drive a parent anyway. So all right, so you have a show coming up with a co-host. If you can tell everybody, there are people like everywhere that come in, go out, come in and go out. So tell everybody where the actual place is that you'll be performing, and tell us what's next for you. Like what other than this show that you're just starting to do on a regular basis. What else are you? What else is coming up? Oh, all right, we might have.
Ah, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave,
All
don't
right.
leave. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I was gonna. I'm trying to wrap it up a little bit, but but and you keep freezing on my side, so I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. Um. All right. There you
Are
go.
we back
So
up? Okay,
yep.
okay.
So tell everybody what's next for you and where they can find you on social media.
Um, what's next for me? I'm hosting my own show. If you're in the Birmingham area, please come to my first show. It's gonna be
Yeah, you froze up again.
they can find me on Instagram, TikTok, comedian underscore Sledge Calvin on Instagram at Calvin Sledge on TikTok. And I'll also be at the Stardome too. So catch me in Atlanta and at Stardome.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming. I don't want to keep you too long because it keeps freezing up, and I'm sure it's annoying. It's
Yeah,
annoying for you. The power lines, if they're working on it, it's going to keep going in and out. You froze up again. There you go. All right. So I really appreciate you joining us. I know you just got off work and you're tired. So I'm going to let you go, and I appreciate you again for coming through, and I'll definitely have you back soon and try to catch one of your shows soon.
most definitely, most definitely. I appreciate it.
No problem. So you have a wonderful day.
Yes, man. And you too. I thank you again for the opportunity.
Nope. No problem. I'll see you. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. All right. So he's just having some little issues. It happens to the best of us, man. My Wi-Fi was going out yesterday and the day before, like just in and out, in and out, in and out. So we have these problems. Wi-Fi is the best, isn't it? So I do have my next guest in the green room, and I'm gonna see. Let me see what I have here. Oh, okay. Hey Hank, what's up? Good to see you. DJ Danny T, Toxic. Hey, Toxic, bad artist. What's up? Coach McCants, Crazy Kixon. Bless up all you guys and thank you for joining. They're all on the Instagram side, and I can't see those viewers on this side. And everybody that's watching on YouTube, bless up yourselves. Again, happy birthday to Tracy and Bello. Kickback with Cookie is sponsored by Bello Burn Hot Sauce. So if you would like to get some, the website is down below. Down below. And I'd appreciate it if you support black businesses because that's what I do. The hot sauce is good though. Like I'm not gonna lie. I know Tracy's in the comments too. She can vouch for me. Like he grows his own peppers and he makes this hot sauce, and it's like when I say the most flavorful hot sauce I've ever tasted. Like I buy bottles of this hot sauce all the time, and it's almost like I drink it. I go through it so fast. So make sure you support my sponsor because I do. And I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. If you like hot sauce, you're going to love it. You're going to thank me later. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my next guest up is Sean Sarvis. He is from my hometown, my area, the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. So I'm excited to have him on my show today. So let me bring him up. Hey,
Cookie,
Sean. What's up, Sean?
cook,
What's going
cookie,
on?
cookie. You know what? First of all, let me just say before we begin anything, I want to say you are a beautiful woman. Good God
Thank
Almighty!
you.
Oh
Thank
my
you. I
God, you
appreciate
are beautiful. You from DC?
it. Yes.
How the heck
Yes.
did I miss you? How the
I,
heck did I miss you? What part of DC you from?
I was born and raised Northwest.
Oh shoot!
I was
Cause
born
I
and
was
raised. I was born in Georgetown University Hospital.
okay. I was born in Columbia Hospital for Women, and then I came home in Northeast, and then we moved to Maryland, and
Mm.
so yeah, so that's no, I'm just playing. That's pretty good. That's pretty. Look,
You
that's the thing for the night. You just have to freeze up.
People be having those problems. I was that person yesterday and the day before. The Wi-Fi just kept going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I had to keep resetting my computer.
It's
It was
okay.
dropping my calls. Like the Wi-Fi is crazy. And then they have this like fiber optics type of stuff that we get the Wi-Fi from. It's
Yeah,
underground. They don't think about like what if the ground gets saturated? We gonna have problems.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm the most computer illiterate person that you ever want to meet. So I better shut up and do this interview for my stuff really start freezing up. So it's all good. It's all good. Cookie, what's happening?
Not too much, man. I'm just here. Trying to
Yeah,
make
you
them.
you I follow you. You be in Jamaica, you be in Northeast, you be all over.
I don't be in the city no more, man. I stay in the house, like, cause it's
You
it's
you're the
weird
you're the
outside.
okay, you can't tell me where you really from, but you live in the suburbs. Okay.
Yeah, I you know
Okay.
you
I
know
look
I'm not gonna
and
say it.
huh?
I'm not gonna say where. So,
First of all, you look good enough to stalk. I would not stalk you, but I would think about stalking you. I want to see you when you
you're
can't
thinking
see
about it.
me. I'll be thinking about stalking you, but I'm not gonna stalk you. I'm not like that.
All right. Yeah, cause I don't like stalkers, man.
Mm.
I turn deranged when I have stalkers, man.
Have
So
you ever had a stalker before?
uh-huh, more
Did
than one time.
you? But you know what? I can believe it because you're a beautiful woman. I One time I had a
Thank
stalker.
you.
I had a stalker one time, and it scared the shiggity out of me. I had a stalker one time when I went to church and I looked around. She was in the back pew. I looked in the grocery store. I was in the same aisle. She was in the same aisle I was in. So finally, I gave her that $40 that I owe her. I said, "Look, ain't no need to be following me around because you scaring the brother for real.
Right.
It's
Well,
all good."
well, let me get into this interview.
Okay.
So tell everybody who you are, and I know they know where you're from now because we just been talking about it for like the last 10 minutes. So
People know who I am. I'm that famous. People know who I am, Cookie, because I'm that famous. I'm that. No, I'm just playing. My name is Sean Sarvis, and I am a clean comedian. I've been a clean comedian for like about. I've been doing comedy for like 29 years. So I've been a clean comedian for like actually 20 years. Man.
oh wow, okay, okay,
Yeah, I've been the clean comedian in 20 years. I've been on BET's Comic View 6 times, Showtime The Apollo. I've done Teen Summit. I was Comedian of the Year in Washington, D.C. And I just be all over. I just be all over. No telling where you be. I perform everywhere from Amsterdam to Alaska. So that should be a good range.
okay. We're gonna.
Hmm.
I'm gonna touch back on what you just said about all the places that you performed. So, but before I do, how did you? What made you? Gave you? Was there something that gave you an inspiration to be a comedian, or were you just walking around telling jokes? I know some people are just naturally funny. You know what I mean? They don't even realize that they're funny. They're naturally funny.
Well, you know what? The funny thing was I was always funny in school. When I was in the 12th grade, I had a teacher, an art teacher, thought that I was so funny that he would give me the last 5 minutes of class to tell my jokes.
Mhm.
Right. Now, Cookie, I already told jokes during class. So at the same time, at the last 5 minutes of class, I ain't had nothing to say. So, but
Mhm.
anyway, but my mom came up there for a parent teacher conference, and he told my mom, he was like, "Oh, he's really, really hilarious." And so my mom was like, "Look, I'm here about his artwork. I ain't here about how funny he is. I know how funny he is." So I went my first year of college. I went to Bowie State University, BSU. Went to Bowie State University, and I was out front one day just telling jokes. This Jonah. Actually, we call it DC. We call it joning on people. We call it
Yeah.
joning on people. So I was in the front of front of the building, just joning on people. And so this the president of the SGA, he came over to me. He said, "Man, I want to put you on this show." He said, "I want to put you on this show, and I think you'll be good." And I said, "Man, you ain't put me on no show. I'm not getting," and I thought negative about it. I said, "I'm not getting booed. You're not gonna go get me up there and I'm gonna get booed." He said, "No, I don't think you're gonna get booed." He said, "You're pretty funny." Right. So did the show, and I was a big hit. So I was a freshman and I did the show. Everybody at Bowie State the next day knew who I was. I was like the mayor on campus. I was like the mayor on campus, and it was like a snowball effect. And I just started going to comedy clubs, and people would hire me, and this and the third, and so that's where I started doing comedy.
Okay. And so back to all the places that you perform, do you have a favorite place to do you prefer to perform, like in clubs or stadiums, or like,
Just
at
just give me two people and I'm good.
he
Look,
said two
Cookie.
people.
Look. One night, I performed in. It was on New Year's Eve. I performed in Richmond, right? So it was like a big crowd in Richmond. So I
Mhm.
performed in Richmond, Virginia, right? And so it was like this. That show was like at 8, 9 o'clock. So at 12, 1 o'clock, I was performing in Alexandria. When I got to Alexandria, it was like one person at the show, right? So it was at a church too. So the pastor was like, "Hey man, we tried to call you and you ain't answer your phone, but we're gonna postpone the show." I said, "No, you're not. You're not gonna postpone the show because first of all, I need this money. First of all, I need the money, right?" I said, "You're gonna bring everybody in your kitchen out of the kitchen and put them in the audience, and I'm gonna perform for them." I performed for 9 people that night and killed.
And you're supposed to perform, comedians, artists, musicians. You're supposed to perform the same way you would in front of a arena of people,
Exactly.
in front of a few
Exactly.
people. So you're
Yeah.
supposed to keep the same energy. So I respect you for that.
Yes.
Um, all right. So like, how do you come up with your content to do the shows? Like, you are naturally funny, but how do you come up with content for the
I
shows?
just, you know what? I just talk about myself. I just talk about myself and my experiences. And I think yourself is funny. If you're able to talk about yourself in a good manner, or be relatable. Everybody's been to the mall. Everybody's been to a cookout. Everybody got that drunk uncle. Everybody has experienced racism. Everybody on both sides, black and white, and Chinese, and Asian, and Puerto Rican. Everybody's been on that both sides. But if you become relatable, you have to relate to the people, and then you have to put the punchline at the end of you being relatable, and that's where your jokes come from.
Okay. All right. So do you have any like comedy inspirations? Like, is there a comedian that you actually like look up to, like, gosh, this is the guy or the female that made me want to get into comedy? Is there somebody that you admire that much, like influenced you?
You know what? I was very, very blessed. I was very, very blessed when I first started. I was on the road with Monique. I was on the
Wow.
road.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the road with Monique for like about probably like about 2 years. And Kevin Hart, I used to hang around with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart used to sleep on my couch, y'all. Believe it or not, Kevin Hart used to sleep on my freaking couch. So Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, I performed with Mike Epps, but I think a lot of my inspiration comes from Monique. Monique really taught me how to be a comedian. She taught me little things about being a comedian. She said, when you go and perform, you make sure you're the best dressed person in that venue. You make sure. So like a lot of times you see me in my pictures, and I know on TikTok you see me on my pictures, I'm dressed up. So people say, why you get dressed up? I said, because I got to be looking fly for everybody in the place. But she said, if you're gonna dress hip hop, make sure you're the best dressed hip hop person in the place, So
Right.
I learned a lot from Monique. I learned the toxic Monique. I don't know who she is. I love her,
You said the
but
toxic Monique.
the toxic Monique. I don't know who she is. But at the same time, I got the best part of her training me of how to be a comedian.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
All right. So now let's go back to something here. Now you said Kevin. You said Kevin Hart used to sleep on your couch.
Kevin Hart used to sleep on my couch. Kevin Hart, I didn't even know how young he was, but I was like about 30. So he had to be like about maybe 22, 23. And I used to book shows. I used to book shows. Now I have him come from Philly, and he would come and he would sleep on my couch. When I would be performing in Philly, I would stay at the condo where the comedy club had a condo. I would stay in the condo and I would pick him up from work. Guess where he worked? Guess where he worked, y'all? Guess where he worked? Y'all remember Athlete's Foot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked at Athlete's Foot on on South Street in Philly. So I would park my car in South Street, and I would walk down and pick him up for work. He is the same Kevin Hart as you see in movies. Let me tell you something. He's the same way in his movies or whatever, right? And so I would go pick him up. We would walk back to the condo, change our clothes, and perform. On that was Friday night. On Saturday nights, on Saturdays, we would get a good game of basketball. So his ex-wife played basketball really, really, really well. I think she played for college, but she played Tory. She played really, really well. And we'll play a game of basketball, and then we'll go take a shower, change our clothes, not together, not take a shower together, but we'll take a shower and then go back to the comedy club and perform that night. So yeah, it was good. That was my boy. That was my boy. I really, really love Kevin Hart.
So you still communicate with him or
Let me
no?
tell you, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Cookie. Let me tell you something, Cookie. Look, somebody told me he was in a movie. Somebody told me he was in a movie. This is in the very beginning. So I said, okay, right? Because a lot of my friends in the movies, a lot of my friends are from DC that they went to LA, and they, Pierre, Monique, a lot of my friends in the movies with them. So I said, okay. So they say, Kevin is in this movie called Soul Plane. So I'm just thinking like he got a little small role in Soul Plane. He might be in there like for 15 seconds and then be off screen. And so when I saw the movie, I said, "Oh my God, he got a major role in the movie." I called him. He changed his number. So and the last time I talked to Kevin Hart was probably like about 2003.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but but
So
but
back to you. Do you have like a favorite joke or like a joke that you're just extremely proud of that like you feel
I
like
love all my jokes. I love all my jokes. And
right.
the thing about it is, I'm not going to set myself up and tell you some of my jokes and bomb on this interview. But I love all my jokes. This is an interview. This ain't no comedy show. This is an interview.
So how much of your content, your material is based on your personal life or experiences?
Probably like about 90%.
Okay. All right.
Now, what I'll do is I'll stretch the truth a little bit, but probably like about 85 to 90%. Um, it's about me. If you want to see me live, I have it just so happens this interview is in good timing. I have my website coming out in the next 2 days, www.seansarvis.com. So you can look at my videos, you can go and I have a guest book. If you like the website, whatever, you can type and say, I love the website. On the guest book, if I share the experience with you, you can say, yeah, Sean Sarvis, I remember you smacked me in the back of my neck back in the day. Whatever it is, you can put it on the guest book on the website.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, so what do you feel like? And I asked even artists this question because I think it makes the individual who they are, whether they're an actor or a comedian or an artist or whatever. But what do you feel is the most challenging aspect of being a comedian?
The most challenging aspect of being a comedian is staying funny. A lot of times when you've been doing the same material over and over again, but you can't do the same material. You have to get new material. So you try it out in the audience. Some of it hits, some of it don't. People will see you when you try out that new material, but like, oh, he ain't funny. He ain't funny. He not funny. It's just you trying out the new material. Dion Cole, I love Dion Cole. He admitted that on the interview. He said he's trying out his new material for a Netflix special or HBO special or whatever. Some of it hits, some of it doesn't. A lot of times, if you're a person's favorite comedian, they want you to be funny 24/7. They expect you to be funny, and like at the same time, yeah, you might be funny, but at the same time, it might the new material may not hit as well as the old material. So you might have to do new material.
All right. So on the flip side of that, what do you think is the most rewarding aspect of being a comedian?
You know what? I was listening to the guy that you was interviewing me. I want everybody to know me. I want everybody to experience Sean Sarvis, right? I love it. I love it when I'm in the mall, I'm with my daughters, and people are like, hey, you Sean Sarvis. I'm like, yeah, I am. Yeah, man, you did this thing, that. I think that's the most rewarding or whatever. When I was 22 and I did the show. This is a great story. When I was 22 and I did the show, and the next day I was in the grocery store with my mom, and this woman came up to me. She said, "Oh my God!" She said, "You're a comedian?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, I saw you last night. You were wonderful." And that was in front of my mother. That was like really people recognize me in front of my mom many times before, but that was the first time I ever got recognized in front of my mother. Oh, I was on cloud nine. Let me tell you something right now. I was on cloud nine. That's the most rewarding. Somebody knows your work and tells you that they're proud of you because of your work. Oh yeah, that's the most rewarding.
Okay. 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 So what this I have a feeling that this is going to be a funny answer, but what is what is the funniest thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
The funniest thing has ever happened. Okay. This is a story. Okay, so Valentine's Day. I can't remember what year it was. But Valentine's Day. I want to say 90. I can't remember what year it was. Maybe 98. Maybe 98. So I was at the Comedy Connection of Laurel, right? And if anybody's from DC, that was the hitting spot. That was better than the Improv. That was the
Mhm.
hitting spot at the time, right? And on Valentine's Day, it was like 500 plus people in there. So I'm on stage, I'm doing my thing, doing my thing, doing my thing, right? So I seen this black couple that was sitting in the front row. They got up and they went to the back. I didn't say anything, right? So I was doing my thing, doing my thing, doing my thing. So then the black couple, they came back and they sat down, and then they was like, they got the argument with the Spanish couple that was sitting on the other side of the table. So I was like, whoa, 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 what's going on? Right. I said, what's going on? So the black, I told the black lady, I said, come on stage. So she came on stage. So I said, well, what happened? She said, that woman tried to touch my husband. I was like, what? Right? So she was like, yeah. So the it was they might have been Puerto Rican. I don't know. They might have been Puerto Rican. So the Spanish lady said, no, your husband was trying to touch me. So I said, wait a minute, wait a second, right? So I did some jokes or whatever about the Puerto Rican lady touching her husband, whatever, whatever. So the crowd was like here. The crowd was like crying, laughing, right? So some said, now, could I cuss on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the niggerism in me said, Sean, you better back up and you better get your little tail back on stage, right? Because something get ready to happen, right? So I backed up and got back on stage. All of a sudden, the Spanish lady took 2 beers and tried to throw it on the black people. You know, it missed them, right? It missed them and got on some people behind them. All of a sudden, people, I mean, it was like Cookie, it was like about 30 people that was fighting. It was 30 people. It was like
Wow.
a big brawl, and 30 people. So people was choking people. People had people in the headlock, and I was like,
That's
oh my
so funny.
God, oh my God. So then the crowd started saying, so Jerry Springer was very popular back then. Jerry Springer was popular back then. Everybody was saying Jerry, 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 and this is why people was fighting, right? And I was like, oh my God. Right. So the people went to the back. So it was some people standing in line for the next show. They seen people like getting choked and getting smacked. And it was like, what's going on? Right. That was the funniest thing that I've ever experienced on stage. And then everybody had to go to court except for me.
Wow.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so that was the
that's
most
crazy.
funniest thing that I ever experienced. But that's before the Will Smith, of course, but thing. But that was the most funniest thing that I've
So
ever experienced.
what were you doing when they were fighting? Did you like go backstage or did you watch the whole thing?
I look,
It sounded like you was
I was
watching.
watching the whole thing. I mean, and it was like people in a wheelchair. It was this dude got pulled out of a wheelchair, and it was kicking and stomping him and beating him up. And oh my God, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's the most. I never told that story before, but that was the most funniest experience I have. God bless the people that was in the fighting. God bless the people that got choked. God bless the people that got smacked. God bless the people who got slammed. But that was the most funniest thing that I've ever seen on stage.
Okay. So are you working on any new projects or what's coming up? What's coming up for you? Or do you have shows coming up or
Yeah, well, a lot of my shows, ever since the pandemic. Okay, let me just tell you, I am a clean/Christian comedian, so a lot of times I'll be performing at churches, right? Well, ever since the pandemic, everything slowed down. I'm about to tell you my business. I was making $1,500 per show at the churches, right? Now the churches, I don't know if they're in trouble. I don't know what's going on or whatever, but that slowed down. So a lot of times now I'm doing like anniversaries, I'm doing birthday parties, I'm doing special events. I do have shows like this weekend. I have a show at a church in Woodbridge, Virginia. I forgot the name of it. And then on that's Saturday, and then Sunday I am performing at the Woodmore Country Club. Are you familiar with Woodmore?
mhm,
Okay, so that's where all the rich people live.
mhm.
Yeah. So I'm performing. I'm
Uh,
performing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now you about to cook. You don't tell me you live in Woodmore. Don't even tell me you live in
No,
Woodmore.
you said that's where the rich people live. I ain't rich, I'm poor. I
Cook, you
don't
look
live
rich.
in poor.
Cook, you look rich.
But I'm not.
Put out a dollar. Put out a dollar.
I
Let me
ain't
see
got
a
no
dollar.
dollar. I'm poor.
Okay, but
Being real with you.
I'm in Woodmore on Sunday. And so
Okay.
I'm doing this at the on Mother's Day. On Mother's Day this year, I'll be in Philly. So on TikTok is some flyers that stated on Mother's Day. But a lot of times, like I said, I'm doing like a lot of birthday parties or whatever. It's coming back to where it was and before 2020, but as of now, this is where I'm at. So, but if you want to book Sean Sarvis, uh uh, uh, go to my website. Even though my website is not up, it'll be up in 2 days. So go to my website, www.seansarvis.com.
Okay. Gosh, I would have loved to court your show on Sunday, but do you know Eddie Bryant?
Yeah. Me and him
That's
used to
my
strip
brother.
together. Me and him used to strip. Hello? Hello? Hello?
What the hell?
Hello?
He said
Yeah,
we used to
yeah,
listen.
they fired me because I kept coming to work ashy. But at the same time, we used to we used to do our thing. We used to do our thing, a thing together. They fired me, but anyway, that's another subject.
I grew up with Eddie, so that's my brother.
Okay.
I have I have him on here on the 25th, so week after next.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, because that man is just, you know what? He really wasn't funny in high school, though. He wasn't funny, or maybe
He
he
was
just
an
wasn't
observer,
trying to be
but see, he was probably like me. He was an observer. So
funny.
a
Yeah,
lot of times people observe. They're funny, but they just keep it inside. So yeah.
right. Hmm.
But he's
Yeah,
funny today. Oh my God, he's hilarious.
he's very, very, very funny. So if y'all are watching, make sure you tune in on the 25th because I have comedian Eddie Bryan here. He's been on Martin Lawrence's First Amendment stand up. He's been on the Kevin Hart's comedy special. He's been on Comedy Central. He's been on a lot of stuff, and he's traveled around the world, like Australia and a lot of places, and done comedy. So,
Yeah.
um, so I guess the last question I have for you is like where can people find you on social media? You already gave us your website, but where can they find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook as Sean Sarvis. I got two Facebook pages, Sean Sarvis and Sean Sarvis 2, SeanSarvis 2. I'm on of course I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram as Big Sarv. Um I think that's all the social media that I got. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah, that's it. That's it. But yeah, so you can find you can. Please do not post and ask me no questions on my wall. Please do not ask me no personal questions. Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you like women with thick ankles? Don't ask me none of that. Go and DM me for that.
So, one last question, and it's a personal question because you just said for people not to ask you no personal questions, and I don't follow rules. So, if you
Cook,
weren't a
cook
comedian,
you know what, Cookie?
if you weren't a comedian, what do you think you would be doing?
That's a good question. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a running back for the Dallas Cowboys, and I was very good in sports. I went to Crossing High School, and I broke a record in Crossing High School. It still stands in track. The record was in indoor track. It was 6.3 seconds, and I broke it in 6.2. I played football. I played basketball, but I didn't play in high school. And so, but I think I would have been an athlete because I'm 6'7", right?
No, I couldn't. It looks like you're like 4'6" right now.
Cookie,
I'm sorry. So I'm a
cookie.
comedian too. I'm a
Yeah,
comedian
you're a
too.
cookie. Yeah, you're a comedian. No, I'm 5'6" and 3/8. I just wanted to. I'm 5'6" and 3.
in 3 days. I was here. I say you look short. You don't look like you're tall at all.
You're not supposed to say that on the video thing. You're supposed to tell me that in private. You're not supposed to say that.
I'm so sorry, but you
Cookie,
do
you're
look
not
short.
supposed to. That's so unprofessional. You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that, Cookie.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's
But
okay.
all right, y'all just erase that out your memory that's watching, okay? Because
They,
I'm gonna post
the
it later.
audience is probably cracking up laughing. You're gonna get a TV show off of that. They, they probably cracking up laughing. Oh my God.
You do. You look short. I'm sorry. You know that
What
like
makes me look
people.
short, Cookie? What makes me look short, Cookie?
I think it's the way you have the camera adjusted because everybody be thinking I'm tall and I'm not tall. So I don't know.
You told me you was tall, and then you told me how tall you was. And I said, she ain't tall at all. Cause you like, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. You said you was 5'4".
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm 5'4".
Okay.
Yep.
Well, now with heels, how tall are you?
I would say about 5'6". It depends. I mean, it
Okay.
depends on what kind of heels I have on. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Cookie, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. I got two
Okay.
questions for you. Do you like go-go?
Yes.
You like
I
go-go?
managed. You ever heard of Lit Band?
Who?
Lit Band.
You, you
LIT.
ever you ever heard of Lil Band? No, we ain't never heard no Lil Band.
All right. Lit Band is a band that I actually helped create. Actually, the leader of Lit Band is going to be on my show next week on Tuesday. So him and I'm an artist that I manage named Justice Lamont. So Lit Band
You,
is a
you ever heard
band
of
I literally
you ever
helped put
Justice
together.
Lamont? You ever heard Justice
Justice
Lamont?
Justice Lamont is not. He's not a. He had the League Music Group, but I know all the bands. So I know Junkyard, like KC, the singer of Junkyard, is a very close friend
You
of
know
mine.
Casey from Junkyard. You know Casey. No, we don't really know the people that you've already
Oh,
had.
then y'all don't know Go Go. Then you don't know Go Go if you don't know KC from Junkyard Band. Junkyard Band is one of the original Go bands, like
Now I
other
know
than
Junkyard Band. I know Junkyard Band, but I
that's
don't
who.
know no Casey. I don't know Casey from Junkyard. Do you
Yeah,
know Casey
KC's
from
he's the
Junkyard?
singer. He's the singer. Yeah, he's
Okay,
the singer.
okay. Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, this is my second question. Cause you threw me off with the questions. This is my second question. What's your favorite go-go band?
My favorite go-go band. All right, so I'm gonna say this, and here's where we're probably gonna have a lot of views, right? I'm gonna go back to my what I tell everybody. I don't have a favorite go-go band. And why? Because it's live music and there are instruments being played. So go-go has evolved. There's like the bounce beat thing going on now. I don't really like the bounce beat, but I don't knock it because it evolves. All genres of music evolve. So I don't have anything against bounce beat, but I prefer the pockets and sockets. Sorry, I'm a musical person. I like to actually hear the instruments. So, and I don't want to hear something like really loud over top of all of the other instruments, which I think bounce beat does. So I don't think so. It's people out here that have radio shows, and yeah, that was shade. But anyway, they have radio shows and they do these things. I'm just saying, like I have, but he's my friend. We go back and forth all the time. But I don't think people should be putting out these lists, and they do it for rap artists too. Like you're putting these people on a list. Like I wouldn't say that Moneybag Yo is even in the same category with Lil Baby. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't do that, and it's the same thing with go-go bands. You can't say, oh yeah, well I like Mental Attraction Band better than Junkyard. I like them both. To be totally honest with you, I would pay to go see both of those bands. And I
Okay.
don't like one better than the other. So I don't do that. I don't do the I have a favorite band or anything. I don't even have a favorite artist like that I listen to. I love music, so I listen to everything. So everything and everybody is my favorite.
Okay. Well, you heard it. You heard it here first on the Cookie internet show. You heard it here first. Okay.
So yeah, that's a lot of controversy. I think people don't understand. Here's the thing, like with Lit Band, when we created Lit Band, I brought in some parts of the band that were different. Like the keyboard player is he's my brother. So he's the keyboard player, Los. He's a producer as well. And then there's
Okay.
another player that, I mean, a producer. They actually make music. You know what I'm saying? Tracks. So they're on the back line, and then the front line of Lit Band is Black Woodson, who's an independent artist. He was an independent artist before he ever became in a go-go band. And then Gabby Moe. And Gabby Moe is the artist that made me a manager. Like, he didn't make me a manager. I kind of forced myself on him. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I'm gonna help you. And he was like, okay. So, but Gabby Moe is on the front line too. And then they have a singer as well named Ro, who is the Los, the keyboard player, is his wife. So there are 3 independent artists on the front line, and the back line are producers. So the band is different, and they used to do things different. So all the go-go bands used to be like, "No, man, they don't even do this and they don't even do that." But where is there any rules to music? No. Is if it sound good, then it is going to be good. There's no rules to music. It's never going to be any
Absolutely.
rules to music. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's where I come from.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Cookie from Northwest. Okay.
so
What high school did you go to?
I went to high school in Maryland.
Oh, okay. So what high school did you?
The same high school Eddie Bryant went to, Bladensburg High School.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Well, technically, I went to Elizabeth Seton, then Parkdale, and then Bladensburg. And don't even say nothing because I wasn't bad. I was not a bad kid. I went to Seton, and it was
But you know what
all
you
girls.
but you know what, you give me private school vibes.
I actually went to private school from 3rd grade to the first semester of my 9th grade. I went to St. Ambrose from 3rd grade to 8th grade. And then I went to Elizabeth Seton for like the first semester of my 9th grade year. But me and bad attitude women that think they're going to do something to me don't mix. So I had to threaten my parents, like, you can take me out this school or I'm fucking everything up in here.
Mm.
My dad was like, I'm about to come and get you. So I was like, okay. So they
What
out
year
from
did,
there.
what year did you come
There,
out?
I'm not telling you, but I went to I
Wait a
went
minute, wait a
from
minute, wait a
there.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I
Because
don't tell that stuff
people gonna figure
no,
out your age.
no, they definitely not gonna figure out my age. But I went from there to Parkdale.
Oh, you went to Park? My brother went to Park.
I went to
No, my brother
Parkdale.
went to Wynn Park.
I went to Parkdale for the second semester of my 9th grade year and all of my 10th grade year. And then I left there after my 10th grade year and went to
Went to
Bladensburg.
Bladensburg. Okay. Okay,
Yep.
homie. Okay, well that's good.
Yeah. So
That's, did you play any sports?
I didn't. I wasn't a sport. I was a cheerleader, and then I came out of that because my mother had me in modeling. I was modeling for her. One of her high school friends that she reconnected with had a modeling agency, and he was just like, "Oh my God, your daughter would be perfect. She needs a model." And she was like, "You need a model." I'm like, "No, I don't." So I was kind of forced, but I did model, and that kind of was like my life. I wasn't even on the cheerleading squad that long or anything like that. I actually wasn't even on the cheerleading squad. I did a lot of the activities with them and stuff, and then I just stopped because I was doing it was shows like runway shows. Like I was a runway model,
Hmm.
so I didn't like it though. But anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, so again, tell everybody where they can find you on social media, and I'm going to close out.
Okay. Sean Sarvis on Facebook. Sean Sarvis 2 on Facebook. Big Sarv, BIGSARV on Instagram. And TikTok, just Sean Sarvis. And so,
Okay.
but Cookie, I want to thank you for allowing me to share your platform with you this evening. You are a class class act. Yeah, I have a good
Thank you.
judgment of character for people. When I first saw you, I said that woman classy. That woman is classy. That woman is classy. But I want to thank you for the opportunity to be on your platform. And who's to say? And this is going to grow. This is going to grow into the cookie show. The cookie show.
Yeah.
The cookie show on BET. You have your own see the vision. See, you gonna have your own show and be like, here's Cookie. And you're gonna come out
Oh,
with your little heels on. You're gonna be 5'6" with your heels on, but then your heels gonna hurt. So you're gonna take your shoes off and you can be 5'4". But that's what I'm talking about. The cookie show.
now I could just start out with 5'4". I don't mind being 5'4".
You don't mind being
I'm
5'4"?
I'm fun size. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What you be
So
doing in Jamaica? This is what I want to know. What you be doing
having
in Jamaica?
fun. I'm
That's
fun
it.
size.
You
A
don't
fun
be
size person goes to Jamaica to have fun.
you don't have no job in Jamaica?
No, I don't have a job in Jamaica. I just go there because I know a lot of people there. I manage 3 artists there, and I just love it there. When my mother passed away in August of 2023, I
Mm.
let me back up. I went to Jamaica in July, the month before she passed, for my birthday, and with a whole bunch of people, and it was just I'm not even gonna talk about it. I thought that I needed a do-over. So I plan to go to Jamaica again on August 28th, the next month, with one of my friend Dawn. And my mother passed away the day before I was supposed to fly out. So I had to change my flight and everything. And you know, of course that hurt me. It still hurts me, like, and her birthday is this month, so it still hurts me. But after we buried her, I just was like a recluse. So I was like, Dawn, I need to go back to Jamaica. Like, you gonna go with me? She was like, yeah. So her and I booked, and then my friend Tracy was like, hey, I want to go. I was like, well, come on, you know what I'm saying? And then my male best friend, he was like, yeah, well, I want to go too. So the four of us went back in October, and it's therapeutic to me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Jamaica is therapeutic to me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear about your mom. I'm sorry to
Thank
hear
you.
about your mom.
I
But yeah,
appreciate it.
but at the same time, everybody needs something that's therapeutic. So good for
Right.
you.
Yep.
Hmm.
So that's why I go so much. And I like the people are, people talk about Jamaica so much like it's a bad place. It's crime everywhere. And
Hmm.
you and I know it, I don't think is any worse crime than in the area that we live in. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I go there, I be going there. There is crime there, but it's just like here.
Mhm.
If you drink your water and mind your business, you're gonna be fine in Jamaica. Trust me.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
so. But thank you so much, Sean, for coming on my show. I know you said you were tell people where your shows are. I know there are a few people here from the DMV that are watching. There's actually a lot of people on Instagram from the DMV that are watching. So
I'm all
tell
over. I'm all over. If you want to book me for your birthday party or your anniversary, I want to leave my telephone number because I don't want people to be calling and be like, "Hey, Sean, I see you on that show with the cookie show." So I don't want to.
that's why I asked you to tell everybody about your social media, because if they know your social media, they can follow you and they can inbox you on one of those things. You know, that's what
Inbox.
the inbox supposed to be for, business. And y'all stay the hell up out my inbox. Anyway, go ahead.
I know you. I know you be having dudes talk about, "Hey, cookie." Oh, yeah, how you doing? But
It's always the hey beautiful. I just delete those now. If it starts out with hey beautiful, I delete it. It could be business, but if they started out with hey beautiful, I delete the message, because
yeah,
I don't want. I'm not on there to date. I'm not on TikTok. It's not a dating app. I'm on
yeah,
there to
absolutely.
promote my
You know
business.
what? It's not a dating app. Absolutely. But you can inbox me on Sean Sarvis and Sean Sarvis two Roman numeral 2 on Facebook. So but like I do birthday parties. I ain't allowed to tell everybody what the birthday parties are, but I do birthday parties, anniversaries. I even did a backyard bar mitzvah for some white people last year.
You
And
said
so a backyard bar mitzvah.
did you have on the little hat, the little thing? What is it called? The little thing to go on your head?
No, I didn't. I had on a regular hat, but at the same, I did did a after what is it? After pass? A repass. I did a repass for a
Okay.
funeral.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah. I'm big time. The casket was right there. I was right here. Casket was
He
right
said
there. I, I was right here. I almost knocked the casket over, but at the same,
he said a repass. I have never in my life. All right then.
you never heard of a comedian for, but what happened was the person who died. They wanted the people to be happy at their funeral, so before they died, they hired me.
I got you. Okay. I
Hmm.
mean, all right. Okay. Well, there's still a lot of unanswered questions there, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I have to
Leave it
I have
alone,
to get
Kip.
off here now. I have to get off here, but so my show is supposed to be over at 8. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Calvin is in the comments laughing. The comedian that was on here before, he's in the comments laughing. But literally, I'm gonna ask you those questions in your inbox.
Yeah.
So
Um.
thank you so much, Sean, for coming on my platform. I appreciate you, and I definitely will have you back soon. If anybody's in the DMV, Sean is going to be at the Woodmore on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to be at Woodmore on Sunday. Eddie Bryant actually has a show at the DC Improv on Sunday that I'm going to. That's why I said I can't make it. So
Okay. No problem. No problem.
okay,
Look, you got all your life to come to my show, so it don't make no big difference to me. Okay. Cool.
all right, Sean. You have a great night, and again, I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
No problem at all. See you
All right.
later.
All
Bye.
right. Later.
All right, guys. I think I have just a few other announcements. My shows, let me see, slides and PDFs. I can't do a PDF or image file. Yes, I can. Let's see. So next week we have, is it Black Woodson? Let me see. Next week we have um, these two great artists. Justice Lamont is an artist at J.A.B Entertainment, which is my management company. We represent. He is an R&B artist. He obviously plays the guitar, as you can see. He's in the front. Black Woodson is also an independent artist. He's a rapper, and he also is the leader of Lit Band that I was just talking about. So I will have these two special guests on my show, and they are from my area as well, of course. So they're both really, really good friends of mine. So we're definitely going to have a good time next week, and then the following week, as I said, we will have the hilarious Eddie Bryant. So if you guys don't know Eddie Bryant, you can easily Google him. He comes up quick, fast, in a hurry. He is he does a lot of stuff. Like Eddie Bryant has done a lot. Like he's done shows that had um Devin the Dude a part of. So he's done a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff and around the world. So I appreciate you all coming in. Do I have anything else to I don't think I have. I don't think I have anything else to promote other than on April 1st, and I don't have the flyer for that yet. April 1st is going to be a really special show for me. It's really going to be entitled Cookie and Friends, and I'm going to have some of my close friends that are like family to me. But Eddie Bryant is going to be one of them. But also they're industry people. So Eddie Bryant is a comedian. He's in entertainment, but I'm gonna have Chief. He was on my show a few weeks ago. Felix Chief Stevenson. He is, or Chiefy, whatever you guys know him as. He's gonna be on my show. He's everything. An artist, a drummer. He's a percussionist. He's a producer. He does camera work. He's just, in my opinion, he's a genius. So we're gonna have him, and we're also gonna have Gabby Mo, the first artist that I've ever had on my show, and hopefully all the artists that I actually represent will be here, including Trina's person who is Full Max. He's a dancehall artist. So these artists, Full Max, Shabako, Bad Bobo, and Savage Savo, And I have a very conscious artist named Redeem. If you guys can follow these artists and just check out their music, they're awesome, awesome, awesome artists. I wouldn't be representing them if I wasn't a fan. And of course, Gabby Moe and Justice Lamont. So I'm looking forward to the shows to come, and then I have my whole calendar in April full, so I'm looking forward to that. And we're definitely going to have CPR. I know there's another one. If you're in Jamaica, um, I would appreciate it if you guys support this event, which will be on the 18th. Um, CPR in Jamaica is a I don't even know what to say. That like he caught my eye. He he plays matches on Facebook, so I know him, and I we've been following each other for quite some time. But he is like, they call him like the Black Santa. He's a humanitarian. He does everything for his community. Like his whole day is full with doing stuff for his community. He takes food to the less fortunate. He when Christmas time comes, he buys and wraps gifts and delivers them to the kids. Like he's just an amazing individual. Like I can't say any more about how he is. So this is his birthday celebration, and it says birthday charity, but what he's doing is he's asking everybody to buy a plate. If you buy a plate for yourself and buy a plate for a homeless person or whatever to eat, or somebody less fortunate, buy two plates, so that you can have a plate and they can have a plate, or buy four plates if you can afford to do that. But all the money from this cookout the birthday charity is going to the CPR Foundation, and the CPR Foundation is who does all these things, how he does all of these things. He helps. I've seen him literally fixing up an elderly who I want to think that he was blind or something, but he was an elderly man, but his house was like falling apart. They redid his house. Like CPR is an amazing soul. So if you are in Jamaica, do me a favor, it will help me. And even if you're not in Jamaica, you can cash app them. If you guys would like to donate or buy a plate, or you can, like I'm buying two plates. I'm not there, but I'm buying two plates as support. So if you guys would like to support, please let me know. You can inbox me, or if you have my number, you can text me, and I will send you his PayPal, and you guys can help support. So thank you all for tuning into my show. Again, Kickback with Cookie is sponsored by Bello Burn, and I'm going to put his website back up on here for a second. So if you are interested in tasting the hot sauce, you go to the website that you see below, and you can order from there, and he ships to any and everywhere. So support. So we're all in this together, and that's the problem with us now. Like we are a community that should be strong with being united, and that needs to change now. So if you see CPR is doing a great thing for a community in Jamaica. That Tracy Wingfield, who was in here earlier, I don't know if she's still here, but she does. Her and Ray and they have foundations that actually help schools in Jamaica. And I don't know, you guys gotta we all gotta help each other. Let's put it that way. So with that being said, I'm going to shut down, and I appreciate you all for tuning in. Have a great day.